Hello and welcome to World Traveler Cooking, where we cover interesting foods and interesting cuisines from around the world. Today we're going to make tape Singkong. So I have about 2 kilograms of Singkong, and I will probably use around 6 of these tablets. Same tablets I used for tape hitam, and I'll probably use more of these tablets for tape sukun later. So this is going to be a fairly short video. But it is something where if you can get cassava, also sometimes called yucca, you should be able to make yourself. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by peeling this. Basically, you cut the ends off and then you make a slit down and pull the skin off. So that's what I'm going to try. And if that doesn't work, I'll be back to explain whatever I do. So I just got some fresher cassava and it just peeled real easily. So if it's not peeling easily, it may be because it's not fresh. So I'm going to use this instead. I'm going to go ahead and steam it. And the pieces that still look okay in here, I will keep and maybe steam after. But if they're looking like this, then they're not good. And I'm just going to throw those away. But if they're looking like this, I'll probably keep them. So I'm going to go ahead and steam these, and then I will be back. So after 15 minutes of steaming, these are splitting by themselves, and that's fine. A few of them haven't split all the way, which is also fine, but I'm going to help them out and bring them out in halves. And then I'm going to let these go ahead and cool down to room temperature, close to it. You'll note that the old ones that were of questionable quality are much darker. And so there's that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll be back maybe in an hour or so when these have had a chance to cool down. So next we will start stacking these and mixing them with the yeast, the culture mixture. So I'm expecting to use around actually 12 of these tablets for the whole of this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm probably going to start with 3 tablets here. I grind it up into a nice, really fine powder. Like this. Once these are all mixed together, make sure that this closes nicely, and then we'll come back tomorrow to just look at it. So, after the first day, just as with the rice, the cassava here starts to look moldy. That is normal, and I'll be back tomorrow. I can also start to smell the tape Singkong smell. So I think this will come out well. So this has been about 48 hours and it's actually looking perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and do my taste test now. I did try making this out of the older stale or too dry stale Singkong, and it's still a bit tough. But the texture on this is looking really good, so I'm going to go ahead and do a taste test. And now for the taste test. Now, it has only been 48 hours instead of 72, so I do expect that this will continue to ferment for another day. The flavor will be interesting, so I'm trying this about a day early. Cassava has these central root fibers that aren't exactly very edible. So the texture is really good. Flavor is quite sweet, quite rich. It has all the flavors that I expect from tape, but it could definitely use one more day. But it's quite rich, it's very, very tasty. Now, one thing about tape that is interesting here in Indonesia is that although this is alcoholic and can be as much as 10% alcohol by volume, is typically considered halal. And the reason it turns out, I was taking a look into this, is that the relevant authorities have basically said, hey, very few people get drunk off of this. It's difficult to get drunk off of it. So it's not really an intoxicant, it's just a food, right? So, yeah. It's still, of course, prohibited by Muslim authorities to eat this with the intention of getting drunk, but eating small quantities is considered acceptable. Apparently this is the case for pretty much all forms of tape within Indonesia. So, yeah, that is what it is. So, yeah. If you find this content interesting, you'd like to see more of it, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have anything to say about this video, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube or Patreon, the recipe is in the description, although it's simple enough, maybe you don't need that. This is part of a general series on tape. I still need to do it with breadfruit, aka sukun, and ubi, ungu, or purple yam. And then I want to just try a couple of experiments along these lines. So, yeah. Recipes in the description on YouTube and Patreon. Bon appetit. See you next week.